Hi, my name is Dima, and in my first mini exam video, I'll be discussing pedigrees and different modes of inheritance for one of my favorite shows, The Legend of Korra. First, let's talk about pedigrees. A pedigree is a chart or a diagram that traces the inheritance of a particular gene throughout different generations. Here we can see this pedigree from The Legend of Korra. These Roman numerals indicate the different generations. Now let's talk about the symbols we'll see on this pedigree. If the symbol is a square, it indicates that the individual is a male. If the symbol is a circle, it indicates that the individual is a female. If it's shaded, it indicates that they have the trait. For today, we're looking at the airbending trait. If it's not shaded, that means that they do not have the airbending trait. Now let's look at the modes of inheritance. X-linked dominant and X-linked recessive are shown on sex chromosomes, while autosomal dominant and autosomal recessive are non-sex chromosomes. We also have the Y-linked, which is also known as the holindric. Now, males have an X chromosome and a Y chromosome, while females have two X chromosomes. And let's note, if the letter is an uppercase A, it would mean that it's dominant. If it's lowercase, it means it would be recessive. Dominant always shows over the recessive. Now let's talk about the consistent modes of inheritance. For this specific pedigree, we have X-linked recessive, autosomal dominant, and autosomal recessive. If you'd like to look at each one individually, you can go ahead and pause the video. But for now, let's talk about the non-consistent modes of inheritance. Let's look at the X-linked dominant. So let's look at Kai first. Kai would have gotten her lowercase a, or the recessive trait, from her mother right here. But she would have had to have one of these from her father. She couldn't have gotten the Y from her father because females don't have a Y chromosome. So she would have had to have one from her father. Her father only has a dominant X chromosome. So she would have had to have the airbending trait. Next, let's look at Tenzin. Tenzin got his Y chromosome from his father and would have had to get his X chromosome from his mother. His mother does not have the airbending trait, therefore she would not have been able to pass it to Tenzin. And in the show, Tenzin had the airbending trait. So that means the X-linked dominant is not consistent. Now let's look at Y-linked. Y-linked is only passed through males. In the show, The Legend of Korra, Jinora and Ikki both were able to airbend. That means that it's not a Y-linked gene because they do not have a Y chromosome, yet they were still able to airbend in the show. Here are the references used for this mini video. Thank you for watching.